Russia, China, and Iran working in tandem in joint military exercises over the next few days. Meanwhile, Dr. Doom warns that the contagion from the U.S. bank failures and Credit Suisse problems could spread globally. Meanwhile, our president is going after the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding Americans by saying if you wish to sell your private property, you must be licensed as a federally recognized gun dealer, and of course a host of additional executive orders, which by the way aren't law. Only Congress can make law, but that pen is truly mightier than the sword. And of course, the president of China has announced a Great Wall of Steel. His military will be in a new fiery speech in his third term installment. We're going to jump into some of these details, guys. I'd like to know your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, always share our videos. And coming out of Russia, China and Iran are holding joint military exercises in the Gulf of Oman. The Russian and Chinese defense ministries announced on Wednesday the exercises, which will last from Wednesday to Sunday, aim to enhance the respective militaries' ability to conduct joint maneuvers and day and nighttime military artillery firing, according to the Russian military. The navies are also training on liberating captured ships and assistance to vessels in distress. You know, pirating is still very real. I have a feeling that their main focus is showing this staunch alliance. I said it before, the chessboard has been laid out. All the nations are picking their teams and lining up their pawns. And soon it's going to come to a pinnacle head. And ultimately, I believe that World War III is right on the horizon. It's going to get nasty. And of course, Honduras may eventually ditch Taiwan to establish official ties with Beijing in the latest diplomatic tussle between the self-ruled island and the Chinese mainland. Honduran president, who has promised to switch ties to Beijing during her election campaign in 2021, has instructed the country's foreign minister to begin the process of establishing formal relationships with Beijing. And of course, that stock market was volatile today, guys. It was really a wild ride. We are seeing the banking institutions. They're saying it's only on the regional banks, right? The big banking institutions are going to do just fine, although some of their stocks were hurting today as well. I'm really curious to see what the next few days are going to hold. Dr. Doom warned that a global economy was facing a variant of another Great Depression due to rising public and private debts, stubborn inflation, aggressive interest rate hikes, and a number of other mega threats. I have a feeling that that prediction is coming to fruition, as a key excerpt from more than an hour and a half long interview that didn't make its final edit seems to be relevant today. You know, I watched that interview, guys, and that was taking place back in November. Everything that was talked about seems to be coming to fruition, and I find it that it is now more than ever that you should be prepared both physically, financially, and with your preps. And if you're not, do not delay, as you will just be a burden to those that are around you, your friends, family, and community. You have the opportunity now to pray to your Maker and ultimately be prepared when, not if, but when that day comes. And we have China's leader on Monday vowed to bolster national security and build the military into a Great Wall of Steel in his first speech as president, breaking his third term. Speaking at the closing of an annual meeting of China's rubber stamp parliament, the president underscored the need to comprehensively modernize national defense and the military. All the chess pieces are lined up. They're coming together, folks. Will you be prepared? I'd like to know your thoughts in the comment section. I would like to know whether or not you feel that you are adequately prepared in all capacities of keeping your family, your finances, your health, your property, and the things that you care about safe. Because if you're not, now is the opportunity to go ahead and do so. Ladies and gentlemen, I do love you. I thank you. This page continues to grow. I appreciate all the support that you continue to give. throughout these few months. You know, I just started this a few months ago, and the interaction and the views and the comments and the shares have grown exponentially, and I am sincerely grateful for your viewership and for you being fans of this journey that we are on together in making folks aware of the Second Amendment, the infringements on the Second Amendment, overall preparedness, and some of the stuff that you just may not hear elsewhere. I appreciate you, and as always, remain safe.